going live. This is Julia Childs, and this is Jacques Papone. And we're here to cook pho. I think you pronounce it pho. We're going to make pho. It's going to be vegetarian because look at the name of the show. We're going to probably change the name of the show if we can from vegan to maybe plant-based. But anyway, I'm on a journey of being plant-based, and we're going to turn on Facebook over here. And we're going to do the same thing to them. And I'm chopping off my head. We're getting better at this as we go. And we would love your comments to tell us how to make it better, what we've screwed up on. Like, tell us how we screwed up. It's cool. We can take just a little bit because we might cry. We might cry just a little bit. So like I said, Julia Child here. And this is Jacques Papon. I can't even pronounce that dude's name. Anyway, so we're going to teach you a Vietnamese dish, pho. So I basically just find a recipe and I do it until somebody pops on here and lets us know a recipe that they love and we cook it together. So if you teach me a recipe, I would love it, especially if it's a family-based recipe. And even more bonus points if you're from some other country, because I love international cuisine. So what we're doing here is we're going to make a pho. We basically just went and got a recipe, and we're cooking it with you. So anyway, it's a simple vegan pho. You can hear my daughter in the background. Part of the reason that we're doing the pho is because Erin wants to learn a little bit about ginger because she thinks that it helps with her health. Most importantly, her gastrointestinal health. Valerie, good to see you. Richard, thank you for joining. This one constantly does that, so I don't know if that's because of the internet or whatever. So YouTube, you're going to have a better picture than Facebook because it has problems. So we are going to start out. We got everything all situated over here. We've already pre-cut up our veggies. I'm going to show you if we can. We've got the onion, we've got the garlic, we've got the ginger, which is going to all fall over now. Woohoo! Perfecto. So is the onion on broil? No, it's going to take a while for broil to go. So we're going to let the onion, we're going to let the oven heat up, and once it's all ready to go, we're going to broil the garlic, the onion, the ginger, and we're going to get a nice brown color to that. Then we are going to take spices. We are going to use coriander. We are going to use peppercorns. We are going to use fennel seed. About a teaspoon of each of those. We're going to crush those up. We're going to put those into cheesecloth, a little tea bag, or we've got like a little cheesecloth type satchel. We're going to put those into our broth. We're going to have 12 cups of, we're going to actually go half and half. We're going to go vegetable stock, whatever's here, and the remainder to make up 12 cups. We're going to just use water. So we've got a big pan. Let's start doing that while our oven is heating up. So if you could pour those, just pour these in there first. So we're going to first get us some, all this is vegetable broth, just some standard vegetable broth. I like low sodium. And so each one of these is a couple cups. So Ermin is going to pour out 2 cups. I'm going to pour out 2 cups. We're going to see who wins, even though she cheats and started before me. That's all right. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always, always, always cheat. So we got 2 cups. We got 4 cups. Finish that one off. And this one, maybe another 2. So that's a hair less. No, that's 2 cups. So we got 6 cups. We're going to add additional 6 cups of water. This is what we're going to make the broth with, which is basically we're going to steep the crushed seeds that we've got, the fennel seeds, the peppercorn, and the coriander seed. We're going to use about Erin's going to get us some water. She's our lovely hostess. She's kind of like Vanna I'll be, what's his name, Pat Sajak on the show. So once again, I always talk about the hierarchy of health. So to me, the hierarchy of health is that is the highest. The plant, the whole plant, and nothing but the plant. The least is the most processed. So if you go in the store and you're getting processed white flour, that's probably much worse than whole grain for your health. And we are going to be using some noodles in this. So this is not 100% whole plant-based, but just to be in tune with the pho. I can't pronounce it correctly. I think it's pho. If anybody would like to post below how it's pronounced, especially if you're Vietnamese, you get extra points. So I think it's pronounced pho. So we're also going to be adding a lot of veggies to this broth as soon as it's getting closer. This is some Napa cabbage, just about 4 or 5 leaves sliced. We've got just a little bit of cilantro. These are going to be more garnishes. The cilantro and the chives or green onion. We've just for flavoring on the top of the pho after we're done. Inside of it, we're going to have. Is that ready to go? Perfect.
I think
Put it in. Yeah, the broil is ready to go. Let's move this up a little bit. Or not, if you can, without burning yourself and without knocking it over. Please don't burn yourself tonight. I don't have enough insurance to pay for all of us here. We've got some carrots. This is 3 carrots, just cut up in about 2 inches. Next time, maybe we'll do a little bit more knife play now that I got Aaron here helping me. Careful. Be careful. No incidents in the kitchen, right? So that's why I've got Aaron here watching me so that I don't burn down my kitchen because my wife will destroy me if I destroy the kitchen. So don't destroy your kitchen. We've also got some tofu. So a traditional pho food has typically brisket or beef. I think you could probably also use pork or chicken if you would like. But the protein for us, for me, is going to be tofu. So some people are a little worried about tofu. Hey, it's got some estrogenic effects. I'm not afraid of that. I'm so manly that I will absorb the estrogen and just chew it up and spit it out. So if you're worried about the estrogenic stuff, then don't use tofu. If you are what I call an omnivore, go ahead and use meat. I personally used to be a junk food junkie. I used to live in the fast food line, and I ate so many hamburgers in my past that now I'm trying to make up for my evil deeds. And I feel that it is better for my vascular health if I start going vegan, at least for a while, right? So maybe in my future I'll eat some meat, but if I do, it's going to be very little. I haven't decided on that, but right now I'm kind of, when I cook, I do extreme forks over knives. I don't know if you're familiar with forks over knives. They don't use oil. They don't use any processed stuff in their cooking. I am using a little bit of processed stuff. We are going to basically we're going to warm up these rice noodles. So these are more of a Thai type noodle, but I don't want to waste them. So that's what's going to go into our pot today. We also have some oyster mushroom, and we have some shiitake that we're going to put in. Because the shiitake is fresh and the oyster has sat in my fridge for a little while and is dry, the oyster is going to go in much earlier than the shiitake because the shiitake will cook down much quicker. And maybe I'm lying about that. Maybe I'll just put it in and see how it goes. So we'll see. Right? So I add lid a lot here, and I decide, hey, was that as good as I wanted it to be? So at the end of the pho, so for the broth itself, we're going to have the onion, the ginger, the garlic, which we're getting a little burnt on the top. We're getting 3 carrots. We're getting shiitake mushroom. This recipe calls for 6 to 8. We're doing lemongrass, 2 to 3 stalks. I don't think I have quite 2 to 3 stalks. I have some lemongrass. It's been in my fridge. This is what we are going to use to make the broth. Lemongrass. We got a clove. We got a stick of cinnamon. We got 3 star anise. And then we've got the peppercorn, fennel seed, and coriander seed. Tiffany's over here trying to figure out if you guys are paying attention to her also. I'm also going to be, so I don't know if you've seen star anise. That is star anise. That is cinnamon. We're going to put both of those in the dish also. vegetable broth, a little bit of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons. That does add a little bit of salt, liquid salt. I like to call soy sauce a little liquid salt. So maybe if you're like hardcore or vegan, you might use coconut amines. So I use that sometimes as a substitute for soy sauce because it has a lot less sodium in it, and especially if you got stuff going on with your heart, better to decrease the sodium, right? Most of American cooking has way too much salt in it. You go to a restaurant, you're probably getting way too much salt overall in your diet. It's okay to go to the restaurant every once in a while, but make sure you get the low sodium stuff as much as you can and cook as much as you can at home so that you decrease the amount of sodium that you're getting in your diet so you are not like a typical American and having all sorts of health issues in your life. So I'm cooking this way partly so that I get better at my health, right? I don't have many. I've had some minor surgeries in the past. I've had some issues with my going to the bathroom, but it's not because of my prostate in the past. So things that I'm not worried about, but I believe that as an American, I've eaten very poorly in the past, and I'm trying to do better. So how are we doing with let's turn on this light. Can you tell? Is that me? Oh, yeah. Some of that stuff. We're going to take that out, but at least the garlic anyway.
Garlic.
I'm going to get burnt on stuff. Knock all this shit out. Okay.
Smells yummy. Yeah, it smells yummy.
Smells yummy, guys.
Smells yummy, guys.
I'm going to see if I can leave the onions in a little bit longer. Do you have a big spoon or something that I can use? Do you have... Did you put 6 more water in here? 6 more water has been put in. Thank God for people that help me out. Garlic was the first to get blackened on top. So we're gonna leave the onion and the ginger in there a little bit longer to get that to a nice char. Let's just show you
I have a lollipop.
what we got going on with our garlic. It's got some black on top. So let's see.
The peppercorn.
Yeah, so we need to just smash those up a little bit. And so you need a tablespoon. I would just get a big spoon out of the drawer back there. I would just put them in that bag, and I would just put them in there. And you see that mortar and pestle back there? I would just kind of smash them up a little bit. And so much for a clean spoon. So I'm going to put this over at the sink. Is that a big spoon?
Mm-hmm.
Give it like around it. Tiffany,
Well, you're not eating.
I don't care.
A
Take
tablespoon
it out of the kitchen for right now,
of the
please.
funnels.
Fennel seed. We're going to put that in our little bag. You can use cheesecloth. You can use a tea. You would smash these beforehand if you're using a little tea ball. In our case, we've got a little bag that has very thin holes in it, small holes, and we're going to just kind of smash these a little bit. You've got 1 tablespoon peppercorn, 1 tablespoon fennel seed, and 1 tablespoon coriander seed. Just pick them up. Just do your best. See, this is that effing up part that I told you about on camera. And try not to get the cilantro in there. There you go. There you go. See? See how we do it? This is why the subtitle of this show is called Chaos Kitchen, because as we're learning, this is going to be very chaotic for you and for me. It's going to be amazing. That's part of the fun. We're going to see how this tastes at the end, and that's the big thing. And we got all of our cilantro. It's going on the floor. Get to clean that up later. That's going to be awesome. I'm just picking up some of this seed here. And the good news is I'm going to call her Vanna Butterfinger Sidekick. That's going to be her new name on the show, unless you create an even better name for her.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I'll look at it. Erin's making a mess over here. I got to watch her. Okay. Here. Pick those up, put it in there, and then you just smash that. Here, back up a little bit, please.
Why?
So I can read this. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the more cooks that you have in the kitchen, the more chaos you have. So it's amazing.
Here is some
So I need to, where are those gloves? Oh, over here. Thank you. All right, so my wife turned off the oven for us because she's afraid we're going to burn everything to the ground, which we still need to. So ginger is not that blackened. I don't know if you can see that. We got some onion, we got some garlic. I'm sorry. We've got some ginger, we got some onion. It's got a little bit of black to it. I'd probably get a little bit more black to the onion if I were doing this again. When I'm doing this again. So this is still very hot, so I'm trying to get it into this glass dish without burning myself. So careful, careful. It's hot, hot, hot. All right, so we got some ginger, we got some onion, we've got some.
And
Did you crush everything?
Yep.
Let me see. Where is it?
right here. It says lightly crushed. I tried to.
I'd crush it a little bit more than that. Where's that pestle? I'm just
okay.
going to use
I
the wooden
use
board. Got me a pestle. I've got a cutting board. You're going to miss my pretty face right here. See the big mess here? And I'm just going to crush these seeds. So that we get the flavor from that when we put that in the liquid. All right, put this down. Bring this back up. All right, guys. So what's the next step?
Add all the ingredients for the broth, so that would be all this.
The onion, the
The
ginger, and the
spice.
garlic. We're going to dump that into the broth. We've already got the vegetable broth, which is 12 cups, but you can do half water, half broth, which is what we did. We put the 3 carrots into the stuff. We put 6 to 8 dried shiitake. These are not dried. We're also going to use a little bit of oyster mushroom, which is very dried. And let's see, I've got my cutting spoon right here. My cutting spoon, my cutting knife. Put that in the. The oyster mushroom is definitely dry, which will make perfect for this. I may hold off a little bit to put in the shiitake because it is not dry mushroom. So we got some oyster mushroom right here. We're just grabbing dried mushroom, drying up with it, and turning with it. I may just put a little tiny bit of. Here, there's more peppercorn. Let's put that in that. Here. Just put them whole. We've already done what we're gonna do with the crushing part of it. Do you put that in while it's boiling, or do you put that in later?
You put it in.
Huh?
You just put it in.
Okay, awesome. All right, so we're basically gonna bring this over, bring it to a boil. Then we're gonna put. Do we have everything?
The cinnamon.
Cinnamon stick, star anise. Cinnamon stick, star anise. Go into the pot. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. We're gonna let Aaron do that. That's back here. A little bit of curcumin, just standard store-bought stuff. Like I said, I normally like low sodium. Not doing that today because we're doing with what we got on hand today. One.
That's
Two. Perfect. 1 and 2, both in. Now we're going to bring this to a boil. First, we get this going. Is it on?
Yeah.
It's not even on. There we go. Now we got some gas. Now we're actually cooking. Now we're going to let it come to a boil.
Need the lemongrass.
Is the lemongrass going there also? Yes. So the lemongrass also goes in there. So you basically have onion, ginger, garlic, which are broiled to get a blackened top. We got 3 carrots. We got 6 to 8 dried shiitake mushrooms. We got 2 to 3 lemongrass stalks. That is just a rough approximation, probably a little less than that. We got 3 star anise. We got 1 cinnamon stick. We got a tablespoon of peppercorn, fennel seed, coriander crushed up in a bag. We've got 12 cups of vegetable broth, or half water, half vegetable broth, which is what we did. And we've got some soy sauce in there. We're going to boil that. We're going to let it come to a simmer, and we're going to let that sit simmering for how long?
Bring to a boil, then reduce heat.
At least an hour. So we may not be here when this is completely done, but we'll show you pictures of what it is, and we'll show our faces so you know whether or not we like what we're tasting. So probably not necessary because that should come to a boil. Where's the lid? Where is the lid? Right here. So we're going to put the lid on. We're going to keep this at high until we notice that it's boiling. I'm going to put my little timer on. I'm going to let this go for a couple minutes and check this. We're also going to put a little extra mushroom flavor in this, just because I don't know if we have a full 6. And I love mushroom. So a little bit of dry umami, Trader Joe's, which just has some different mushrooms. Porcini, white button, a little bit of red pepper, black pepper, thyme, a little bit of salt, which, once again, we don't necessarily need extra salt in our dish. But we put it in anyway today. So when you put the tofu comes in. So the vegetables that we're going to put in, we're going to put them in after it's been going for an hour. We're going to put in some napa. We're going to put in some snap peas, sugar, snap peas, napa, cabbage, and some carrots. I just shredded some carrots, and that's going to be just kind of floating around on top. We're going to put that 10 to 15 minutes after we've cooked it for an hour, and that'll basically be it. We could also put some basil, some Thai basil, or some regular basil in there. We're going to garnish it with lime, bean sprouts, green onion, cilantro, and that's it. That's the funniest thing I ever heard. So anyway, like I said, so we've got an hour more of this, of just cooking. So we're going to just talk for a little while. Then we're going to let you guys go. We will, on the Facebook page, and I'll see what I can do for YouTube. I haven't decided what I'll do for that yet. But we are going to have pictures of everything after it's done. If you would like the recipe, please feel free to reach out. We will send you the recipe exactly how we cooked it today. Also, if you have a dish that you would love for us to cook together, I would love to cook with you and learn from you, because I am trying to improve on my cooking skills. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that for me is experiential. The more that I do it, the more I get better. The better I get, the more I do it. So, and people will get sick and tired of me talking, so we would love to hear from you also. And do you have anything that you want to say while you're here with me here today?
I was just looking up all the ingredients and what the benefits of them were, because I didn't know some of the uncommon things that I didn't know. It's like the tofu. It's good for your heart support and bone health. It helps in
Yeah, see, this is learning. So I told her, you just got to do it. Bone health, heart health, laughing in the background. Awesome. Contain is here. Thank you, Valerie. I will send you, put your email in the comments below, or send it to me in Facebook Messenger. I'll get you that recipe. And who's this? What are you gonna say?
Bye.
Bye. We're not leaving yet. Erin's gonna say her little thing. Then we're gonna leave, and then we will post some pictures of the finished product in Facebook and
Okay.
and in YouTube. I don't know how to
Okay.
reach out to us. We'll send you a picture specifically. And Tiffany's helping me out a lot here. So, all right. Anything more?
Just one of the main reasons I wanted to make this dish was because it had ginger in it, and I know that I have digestive issues. As far as like I have GERD and really bad acid reflux, it ruined my esophagus. And I know ginger helps calm the digestive system, so that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this. And then I didn't know that lemongrass, which what I spoke of before, how I'm having issues with PCOS, where it makes it harder to get pregnant and stuff, that lemongrass actually helps with that.
Oh,
Pick it up. Pick it up. Yeah. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
it's okay.
Lemongrass actually helps.
Yes. Pick it up.
It actually helps stimulate your uterus and helps your menstrual flows become regular. So that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this recipe, is because I'm trying to have a baby and it's hard. So because I have PCS. So that is just one of the two.
And what is PCS?
PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So it makes you either have irregular ovulation or no ovulation at all.
Just leave it alone.
Also, like irregular, just irregular everything going on in there. So I'm just trying to find
Polycystic
ways
ovarian cyst
to make
syndrome.
it regular so that it makes it easier to become pregnant. Being healthy.
Stay healthy. In my opinion, the more veggies that you can add to your diet, the healthier you will be. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. We'll decide what we're going to make. Once again, reach out if you have a great vegetable, fruit recipe. The more fruit it has, the more vegetables it has, the more mushrooms, seeds, nuts, the more happy I'll be. So, talk to you next time. You guys have a great day. Peace out. Next Saturday, noon. Come and join us. We're going to subtitle this Chaos Kitchen. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, I can't.
You're only going to get better by doing it more.
Okay.
So.